What they say?
Go on. Go ahead.
She say, you know what they
That's
say.
no,
This is what she just said. You know what
Fred,
they
I don't
say
have a
about a
problem
black
repeating what I
woman,
said.
about a black man and watermelon. What they say?
I don't know. You said it.
No, you say you know what they say. What they say?
Why are you trying to play, Fred?
No, I want to know what they say. I ain't gonna kick it.
Yeah, you are. What do they say, Fred? Because I just said you said you're gonna eat your watermelon. I said go ahead.
She said, "Go ahead." She said, "Go ahead." You know what they say about
Is that salt?
black men? Yeah,
You put the sea salt
kosher.
on it.
Yeah.
Who does that? You know that's a black thing.
Look.
Who
So
puts
how
salt
many
on their watermelon?
you put salt on your watermelon, and you now don't use iodized, the iodized salt, that cheap 50-cent salt. Don't do that. Matter of fact,
you know,
use the pink salt, the the good stuff.
it's just some things that's just culture, like putting hot sauce on your popcorn and hot sauce on your chips, or hot sauce on your salt and vinegar chips, salt on your watermelon, sugar on your spaghetti,
I'm putting sugar on my spaghetti.
sugar on your spaghetti. What else is a culture thing?
I put sugar.
I don't care what you
Sugar
say.
should go in the spaghetti, not
No.
sprinkled on the spaghetti.
Sugar on your grits. Who does that?
That's cream of wheat. I don't want no sugar on my grits.
No, this is one thing that I will never understand, and
What
I'm
you
gonna
ain't
say
gonna
this with
understand?
you, my beautiful fiance. First of all, thank you so much. When I tell you my mind was blown yesterday, and I publicly say thank you, I think
My teeth thank you too for not knocking them out.
I tackled Tim like a football.
Listen.
I didn't even give you a chance to say it. Let me tell you something.
This is what I need to tell some of y'all men.
Oh gosh, here we go.
If you're gonna do that, and you so happen to have a microphone, you have to be ready for the full tackle.
Ooh.
Don't have the mic near your mouth. Be ready when the tackle come in, the shift.
But you know what? Let me tell you something.
Cause I had it in my mouth.
No, let me
And
just.
it wasn't nothing but Jesus that
No.
said.
On behalf of.
He saved my teeth,
Praise the Lord.
not just my soul.
I'd have married you without two front ones.
I know she would.
These two right here.
You would have married me,
These
baby.
two right here. I just stuck some chuckles up there that you said I do.
She said she'd have stuck some chiclets in my mouth.
Chicklets is right. Listen, let me just speak on behalf of all of the women around the world. First of all, thank you all for your wonderful, wonderful love around the world. Y'all saw us get engaged publicly. Y'all just wait. It's so many wonderful things about to come. But when a woman get a good man, or for some of them a man, period, and you have been waiting for the man of your dreams your whole life,
Even
and
though
the
he forget stuff.
Oh, we getting there. Hold on, bro. Hold on. And he gets down, and you see him get on one knee. You don't wait for and when he says your full name, you didn't say half. You said my whole government name. They didn't even know my name was Ivy. Most of them didn't, but they know now. And when you say Jamila, Ivy, Young, you don't wait. When you say whoo, it just pow. You just grab it and you just go ah. You don't wait for will you marry me. You know what it is. I felt the shift. I felt the shift.
You felt the shift,
They
baby?
felt the shift. I
felt it.
do. I said I do when you asked me before.
did.
I do.
I just wanted to do it right.
I do it. I do. I felt the shift though.
You felt the shift.
So thank you all.
She felt the shift fullback style.
I sure did. My linebacker came out. I was a running back full throttle.
And
Amen.
I wasn't in position for that one.
You got to be ready now. I got to be ready.
Got to be ready.
Got to be ready.
Got to shift your mic. Shift your mic. Shift your mic.
Be ready. I want to be ready. So I love you all, and we're gonna say thank you again. We are doing such.
Oh, thank you for the gifts too.
Yeah.
Thank you everybody that blessed me with gifts. UCC, I love you.
Yeah.
Unity, it's me and you, baby. I love
Unity.
y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. Thank you for all the gifts, all the thank yous, all my Home Depot cards. Y'all know I love Home Depot. Go and get me some new tools.
No.
So thank you.
What he's going to get is he's going to take one of those gift cards and he's going to get something to hang his keys on. Now, this is what brings us here to this series of coupling. This series of coupling is iron sharpens iron. Iron. You got to say it like the color purple.
Iron.
Iron. You know
Iron.
how she was teaching her sister how to read? She was teaching
Iron.
Celia how to read. She said iron. So iron sharpens iron. Most people, not just a couple thing, most people don't know how to receive constructive criticism. Whether it's from a friend, a fiance/husband.
Okay.
You know how black people, when they get bothered, they go like this, they roll their
Yeah.
eyes and they do the neck thing. Why they gotta do it like that?
But hers is not a neck thing. Hers is like a silence. So she gets really low. She says, she gets quiet. So when she gets quiet and the tone gets low, it means that she's about to blow.
When I say I understand.
Oh,
When I say
suck
I
it.
understand. That's my safe word.
You get the ducking. You got to whatever you're trying to do, you got to try to do
What
it.
you mean you got the ducking? I guess when they saw that linebacker come out of me, they praying for you, Fred, huh? Trust me, he good. So, iron, someone said, wait a minute, it's been about a year. That's right, you late, Lupatard. You are so late. She said, I'm sorry. Don't be sorry, be here. You will have to say you sorry, darling. Hold on, let me give her one. Anyway, the topic is iron sharpens iron. And sometimes...
What did she say about a year, though, babe? I'm sorry.
She said, I haven't been here in about a year or over a year, and you got a new boo. Oh, well, sometimes...
We far past boo, baby.
We sure fall... You're going to be shocked. We fall
Booze
past.
is for chicken sandwiches, and booze is for visits to, I ain't going to say McDonald's, but how about churches? 2-piece churches, and that's your boo.
Right.
Baby,
No,
we past that.
That ain't even a boo.
We deep.
Yeah, we real deep. Y'all,
We
you
deep.
missed it. I think sometimes when people don't watch the Car Chronicles or watch anything that we're doing, even on church or whatever, if this is your choice, you do miss a lot because there's a lot going on. So I want to talk about iron sharpens iron, and most of you don't understand that constructive criticism is actually a very good thing.
It is.
It is, because what it does, it helps you see things that you didn't see, or it helps you become better. What are you looking? What?
I ain't
Fran?
getting no clapper. I'm gonna get a.
No, you gonna get a clapper. So no, you getting the clapper.
I'm gonna get a sensor thing or something, and I'm gonna put it on her key ring. So if I lose my keys, she'll be like, bam, bam, baby, it's over there.
I did not put the ice cream in the pantry. Did you remember that?
Talk to the people.
Okay, I thought so. Boom, there it is. So like I was saying, iron sharpens iron. So this is what it is. He is on his way to take one of the gift cards, and he's going to get a key ring and put it on the key on the wall, a key hanger, or he's going to get a clapper. He is, because he forgets his keys. I don't care where he's going. He forgets his keys. Suppose you were doing something. Daryl is laughing because Daryl must be guilty. Now, everyone that loses their keys, if you're in a relationship, if you boot up, I don't care who you're connected to, your children, if you lost your keys, or if you have a bad habit of losing your keys, just give an angry face. Now, watch. You're not alone, baby. Watch this. Go and put your angry face. Just do one. Give a face like that. Give an angry face. If you always misplace your keys, if this is you, give an angry face. Or if you're always getting in a conflict, it's a whole, look at it. It's a whole lot of you. So if you guys are always losing your keys, suppose someone say to you, you don't have to do this. Let me help you understand how to keep your keys, because when you lose your keys, it inconveniences the other individual, which means that they're going to have to spend money to get the key fixed, especially if it's car key or a house key or whatever key it is. Shmoo, shmoo, shmoo. You've got to understand, I can help you. And the way I can help you is this. I'm going to invest in a clapper, so when you can't find your keys, if you clap, it'll make a noise, and you can find your keys if you left it somewhere.
She wants me to get a clapper.
So I am saying, someone said, my husband lost his keys 3 a.m. in the morning and wakes me up to find them. See what I'm saying?
You're a good wife.
And so she's so since she's sleeping, she's got to get up at 3:30 in the morning and help him find his keys.
Good.
Your children have to get up and help you find your keys.
She's a good woman. She help her husband get up and help him find the keys.
And if he was a better husband, he wouldn't lose them. So,
Amen.
understand, the iron sharpens iron. If you have a way to help someone that is around you become better, do that. Daryl said, get 2 sets of keys, Jay and Fred. It doesn't work that way. So what you mean to tell me you're going to get several sets of keys?
We're going to get like 4. We got 3.
Right. You're going to get several sets of keys. All you got to do is just do something to make it conducive for both of you to be on the same page. Now, listen to me. A hook at the door. Y'all put it up. We're going to read some of them. Anita Ford said, a hook at the door. That's what he's getting ready to do, get a hook at the door. Give me some other ideas.
Somebody
A clapper. Harriet said a clapper. That's a good idea.
Who is Harriet? With the clapper.
Someone put, Felice Brown said, I put my keys down, but someone's always moving them. So what I want, listen to this one. Katrina Granville said, my husband left the keys in the door all night long. And that has happened. So to keep everybody in cool heads prevail, you guys got to come to a happy medium. Did you know most people don't like these type of conversations? They don't like to be told what to do. Eddie Martin, God bless you, and Carol.
Baby, do I like I don't be told?
I think sometimes men get.
No. Not talking about men.
Well, I'm going to speak for you.
Do I seem like when you give me advice, do I seem like I'm not?
No, you're receptive. You're very receptive. Okay. Am I receptive when you give me advice? Be honest.
Oh, you are.
I don't like the smirk on your face. Just be honest. Don't be honest with the 2,000 people.
No, you are receptive.
I'm receptive?
Yeah.
Are you being condescending right now?
I'm not.
Are you being passive aggressive?
No.
So do I act like I know everything? Be honest.
No, you don't.
Okay. All right. So 9 times out of 10, when I say,
I think we're alike.
No, I don't lose my keys, bro. So I gotta ask you a question. No, look, Fred. Seriously. If 9 times out of 10, someone may know something more than another person in anything.
You're right.
And so if I have a strong area, then it's okay for me to give you advice in the area I think, you may struggle in.
You're right.
So why is it that men can't receive in the areas that they struggle in from people that are around them, whether it's their mother, whether it's their father, or the matter of fact, I'm not going to even say men. I'm going to say people.
Okay, good.
People don't like to be, they take it as criticism. Why? What do you mean you don't know?
I think people take it as criticism because, first of all, you're already frustrated in the situation. So when a person starts giving you the advice while you're already frustrated in the situation, it's hard to receive it at that moment. But it doesn't mean that you don't receive it.
So you're saying at that moment, that's why they don't want to be receptive. So you got to find a moment to give them the hard truth.
Yeah. I'm kind of like that.
Please explain to the 2,000.
I kind of like to wait till everything cools, and then I explain where my wisdom comes from.
Okay, so at that time.
But if we're looking for keys, we ain't have time for that.
Okay, so you're saying when a person is trying to give you constructive criticism or advice or sharpen you in the area where you're dull.
Some of it is just people don't want to be humble.
So they don't want the humility part.
I still deal with pride. Everyone still deals with pride. You have pride in areas where you think you mastered that area. So because you think you mastered it, you think you got it, and then someone comes and tells you about an area you think you mastered, it can be aggravating. But they're not wrong.
Okay.
It's just, yeah.
So, okay, I think children are a lot like that too. Seriously, from a female's perspective. People in general, with as a mom, I get frustrated with the kids when I'm trying to tell them to do the right thing and they just consistently do the wrong thing. Sometimes even when you're talking to children and you're trying to tell them, I think it would be better if you did that, they always backmouth and say, okay, you think you know everything. But in a sense, it's not that we know everything. We have already taken that trip. We've already gone that road. And so they think that you're being critical of them, but you're saying, no, I
I'm
think that
not
you
being
should do it this
critical.
way.
That's right. I think for myself,
Mm-hmm.
if I could just talk about myself, I think that you're right too much.
What you talking about, Willis?
So
I'm
sometimes,
right too much?
So a lot of times that she'll say something like she'll be right, and then she'll say something she's right again.
But I
She'll
think,
say, and it's a good thing.
but that's my
But
gift
it's
of sight.
but it doesn't make me feel better. Like I feel good because I got this wisdom, but dang, I need to be right. I need to be on the winning hands.
So that's the pride thing. I mean,
So
I
it's a
can't
pride.
help it if I got a gift.
It is definitely a pride thing with men. I think it's a pride, and I think that's when the man, as far as gender,
Okay.
I think that's when the men's side come up. Because as men,
Okay.
the thing about it is, no matter what we want to say, we always find our mama some kind of way when
Okay.
we get married.
This
And mama always been what? Mama
right,
always what?
right. Mama's always right.
Mama
So
always right.
one young lady went up the timeline and she said she has a very hard time giving people constructive criticism.
Okay,
Let's
good.
talk about yesterday.
That's good.
Let's talk about yesterday. Yesterday, what's up, Bishop West? Yesterday, eating crabs. We stood at the window and we saw this girl, and she was going back and forth from the window, back and forth at the window. And what she had on, hold on. She said, "My fiance feels emasculated when I'm right." Hold on, I'm gonna go there.
That's good too.
What she had on. I just was like, okay, she doesn't have any friends. She doesn't have any friends. She doesn't have any friends. And I kept saying, she doesn't have any friends. She doesn't have any friends. This woman, and you can wear whatever you want. Just get the gist of what I'm saying. This woman had on a baby t-shirt, and there was no undergarment, but you could see her belly button, and you could see her belly, which looks like or appeared she was 9 months full-term pregnant, but it's very clear that she wasn't because it was very flabby, if you'd allow me to say it in that way, where folks won't get offended. But she was just like, she was chewing her gum and she was walking, and it was like, she's confident. She's confident. I'm like, confident? Bad, what? I was like, oh, there's a difference between confident and just not knowing.
It's just wrong.
Right. And for me, she could do whatever she wants to, but I was like, someone did not tell her to wear undergarment, or someone did not advise her correctly. Do you feel that you have to love somebody enough to tell them the truth?
I don't.
Wait a minute, because a good friend gonna tell you the truth. I don't care how much.
I gotta take
I'd be like, yo, check this out. You ain't going nowhere with me looking like that. Not at all. No, you gotta put on an undergarment. You don't believe that?
No, I was thinking about it because you were saying a good friend to tell you. It depends on, because just answering the young lady question, she said she have a problem giving people constructive criticism. I think when it comes to that, for me, that I got to be willing to want to deal with the other side of that, the fight that might come with what I'm saying.
Okay, the consequences.
You know what I'm saying? Because I got to see do I care enough to deal with what's gonna come back out of that.
Okay.
Do I care about that enough? So if I care about the person enough, even though I know they're gonna spaz out on me when I say it, then I'm gonna go and say it anyway.
Okay.
But it's all about, but as far as just giving constructive criticism to somebody that just finna go off and they don't care no way, I'm not finna waste my time.
So, but you have to love a person enough to tell them the truth.
You do.
You have to love them and care for them enough to say, I know it's gonna hurt you, but I need to tell you this, you know. And even if whichever way the pendulum swing, if you don't want my advice, you don't even have to ask for it. I love you enough to tell you the truth. Like, girl, you ain't going nowhere, but like, you need to put on a girdle. You know, it's nothing wrong with that. Why is it that people feel like they can't tell the truth? And it's because, just like this woman said, she said, I feel my fiance feels emasculated when I tell him.
Why? Why do you think he feels emasculated, baby?
Maybe it's how she says it.
That's it.
It's not what you say, it's how you say it.
It's how you say it.
So iron can sharpen iron depending on what type of blade you use.
When praying for a wife, you ain't finna pray, or a husband, you ain't finna pray for nobody lower than you.
Yeah.
You finna pray for somebody that's gonna be able to, like we're talking about, sharpen you,
Okay.
right? But you also got to be ready for that,
Okay.
because now you can pray for somebody and then they sharp as you, or even sharper in a lot of areas, but you got to be ready to deal with that. You know, you got to be ready to deal with that level of wisdom that never was in your life before.
Right.
So you got to be ready to come. You got to be ready to hear that. You got to be ready to receive that, and you got to be humble enough to get it, because that's what you asked for. This is what I'm saying. She can say anything, as long as it comes right.
Okay.
I can receive it.
Okay.
It's when a man feels, and this is for you, if he feels like you talking to him like a little boy, or you talking to, or feels talked down to, that's when it becomes emasculating. It don't becomes, it's not what you're saying. The wisdom is not emasculating.
Wow.
It's the way that it comes out.
Is it the tone?
It's the tone.
It's the tone.
Yeah.
It's tone and it's delivery.
Yeah. It's tone and it's delivery.
Vivian went up the timeline and she said, real love will tell you the truth.
Yeah.
And so,
I agree.
Okay, so let me go deeper. If real love tell you the truth, how come real love won't accept it? Because that's the truth. If I love you, like if you tell me something that is going to benefit me and then eventually us, then I have to love you enough to receive what you're saying, and not just that, to follow through. Why is it that people love you enough to tell you the truth, but the person that's receptive, even if they say it in a nice disposition,
they just not that person. Now you're dealing with a person that has pride. They just don't want to receive it. That's a different case.
okay,
It's a different case when a person knows that, now I know I got me a woman of wisdom.
right,
Let me just make it personal. Maybe I can help, maybe I can't.
right,
But when you know you have a woman of wisdom or a man of wisdom, and you already know that you got to be ready. That's what you pray for.
right.
So
right.
you got to be ready. You got to be ready to get those answers.
Right.
It's only not receptive when you're not in the place to receive. Now I've got this woman of wisdom, but because it's being delivered more than I think it should be delivered. How about that? For certain situations. Now I don't want to accept it. Now I want to have an attitude about it. You got to get balanced in that.
So suppose I wear a dress, right? I'm gonna wear a dress, and you don't care for the dress, or you don't care for something that I wear. How would you tell me? Would you say, "Oh my gosh, you look ugly in that," or you would say, "Oh my gosh, you," or if I put on a couple pounds and I put the dress on, be like, "Oh, you're fat," because I've been in a situation where I wore something, and it was like nails on a chalkboard, because of their delivery was like, "Oh, you past that age, you need to take that blank off." See, stuff like that get your, I ain't free yet. It'll get your jackass whooped. I'm going to say it like that. I think sometimes it's the delivery.
It's the delivery.
So how would you say that?
So first of all, if I don't like a dress, which for you, and I'm not trying to be funny,
Okay.
but I just haven't seen.
Let me
any
turn
dresses.
around.
I haven't seen any dresses that you bought that I don't like. I've seen a lot of dresses that I do like that I don't want you to give away, but I ain't seen a lot of dresses I don't like. Now, as far as talking about putting on a couple of pounds, somebody of wisdom, first of all, know not to even go there.
But you can't say that,
Hold
Fred.
on, let me finish.
Okay.
There's a way to do everything, and there's a way to say everything,
Right.
and you don't go into an area that will make somebody feel bad. There's a way to deal with that.
Okay.
So I don't just think I need to say, oh, you gained a couple of pounds. Well, what if I gain? And let me tell you why I say that. Because if I gain a couple of pounds, you know what I want you to do? Buy me a bigger shirt.
No, some women would. No, I'm gonna tell you what is critical.
Buy me a bigger shirt.
No, this is what is critical, Fred. You know what's critical? Women will put on weight and men will say something, and men will put on a whole bunch of weight and we say nothing. It's a double standard. Women could
You
get.
saying men and women? I'm telling you, baby, don't.
No, I'm just saying that's just what it is. Women could put on pounds, and a man will complain about the same weight he put on. Like, he wearing a size 6. So I'm saying it's how you convey it. It's how you say it. And I think it really depends on who's saying it. You know what I mean? Like, remember when I put on some pounds, right? And I was getting these headaches, and I was like, oh my gosh. I put on weight. And you said, well, why are you doing this? I'm like, well, maybe you want me a little thicker. Maybe you, I was always saying, and we had to have that hard talk.
We did.
And the hard talk, I even was like, you in there working out, you lifting weights and you doing stuff. And I'm like, yo, take me to McDonald's, son. And for me, I was like, I felt bad because I'm like, you know what? I want to do this the way I want to do it. Because I'm looking at you and you lifting weights, you punching bags, you going out and you doing all this stuff. And I think me even looking at your drive and me not having the ability to do it like that, there was a level of me that felt insecure. I think sometimes people don't want any level of criticism because they feel insecure about the very thing you're going to bring to their attention.
Yeah.
Think about it. I'm
that's what
woman
it
enough
is,
to say it.
And that's why you have to have wisdom. Certain areas, women, men, if you are on here and listening to me, women and weight is a door that you must enter in very, very carefully.
Very carefully.
If
you want to
decide
live.
if and when you decide to enter in at all. Because for some people, it just is not like that.
I think sometimes it has a lot to do with.
Now for me, hold up.
Okay.
Unhealthy is when I'm going to get in her face.
Right.
Unhealthy. The one thing I want is long life.
Praise God.
Right? So if I see unhealthiness, that's when I gotta say, hey, I you need to do this, you need to do that.
Right.
But as far as weight and all of that, I just kind of feel like when you get to a place of maturity, those things fluctuate, they come and go, but they don't change the way that you see the person.
Amen. So one of the things I do want to say, and then we got to get up out of here.
You love me?
Very, very much, fiance. So let's say this, and we're gonna jump off. Name some ways that we can convey what we're trying to say without being disrespectful,
okay,
hurtful, and triggering levels of pain. Write it down. That powerful pen. Most people today don't understand the power of the pen, a letter. And people are not writing letters anymore. People say things in a text. I think you shouldn't put things in a text because sometimes they can be misconstrued with tone and, of course, punctuation. And God knows spelling is not my strong suit. But suppose you wanted to convey something to someone. Put it in a letter.
Can I say something else, baby?
You sure
On
can.
the weight side, I want to say this to men.
Oh, you going back there again?
I need to say this.
Okay, go ahead, baby.
Okay, this is another thing if you with somebody that you love, right? Women have gone through more in their body than a man would ever go through, right? So things that we can do, the way that we can fluctuate and weight and going down, they'll never be able to do it.
Right.
Because the dynamics of their body then change because of children, because of time, and the whole nine. Mm-hmm. So I want to say again to men that you might be wrestling with that in your mind. You need to come to a place of seeing your wife perfect. Because this is what I found out. When you see them perfect, God can always deal with them the way that he needs to deal with them because they'll do it on their own. The moment that the woman thinks that that's what you want, she gonna go the other direction. Because the first thing she gonna say is, nigga, if you don't, oh, I'm sorry. Negro, if you don't want me for me, then kick rocks. Mm-hmm. And they have that right to think that. Mm-hmm. I mean, they have that right to react like that because if you don't want me for me, kick rocks. Mm-hmm. In other words, if my wife decides to lose weight, I need her to do that without anything having to do with me so that she don't think, oh, I got to lose weight because he don't see me like that. She wants to gain weight. I need her to do whatever she wants to do without, because if she feels it from me, then she feels like there's something wrong with us. And that's what you don't need to do. So men, if you hear this, when you hear this, if you have been saying stuff like that, you need to stop. Because first of all, if they do it because you're saying it and it's because it's ridicule, if they do lose weight before you, you might lose them.
Wow.
Can I say mic drop without taking your stuff?
No, baby, what's mine is yours.
Mic drop, Jameliah Young /
No, we won, so hey, let's do it. So I guess my question and I've actually had a couple, and she went underneath the knife because he was talking about her weight, and he criticized her so much. She did go underneath the knife. She lost a lot of weight, and she was out. I think that, but babe, honestly, I think that it's if it's a weight thing, even because we talking about iron sharpens iron. If they do it together works. Like, you like to punch the bag and you got the weight training and you doing all these things. I like to run the treadmill sometimes and just kind of cut down certain things that I eat, and I'm still getting the same results.
Yeah.
And I do get the same results more as someone that's just working out, not just yourself, but Michelle likes to run. I ain't getting out there running like that, man. Look, black people run for several reasons. They run if they getting a spanking from their beating from their mama. They run if the food ready and if the police is chasing them. But other than that, the whole running thing, I'm like, nah, I do it on the treadmill. I'm good. But I think it's about respect.
It is.
I'm going to respect how you position yourself to be better, but know ultimately that you're doing it for you first and then us secondary. And that's really the bottom line.
That's all I'm saying.
It's just a matter of respect. If I want to say some things and I don't care. One young lady went up to Thailand and she said, my husband says what I'm wearing is unflattering. That's a good way to convey it. That works in the household. But if you're being disrespectful, like, oh, you need to, like, I'm gonna just go back to the preacher's breath for a minute. The preacher's breath is every time I finish preaching, he shoves a mint in my mouth. And at first I'm like, yo, I got halitosis. Hey, yo, what you doing? And he said, no. He said, you're a preacher. He said, so I'm gonna get there. He said, every time you preach, you're exhausted. And
Corey have me a mint, right? Corey be like, bam.
Wait, no, seriously. And he said, because you be breathing, he said, your mouth is dry and you need to get a mint to get your saliva going. I'm like, yo, he just trying to tell me my breath stink on the slide. But then I watched him. And Corey does the same thing because he realizes doing preaching, you are breathing and something happens to your breath and the saliva helps you. And at first I was offended, but then I was like, yo, this nigga right. So I'm saying this is just our conversation and this is the way we convey our love. So you do what you do, we do it. But I'm saying this is what happened. Another young lady went up the timeline and she said, stop laughing at us. And she said, that the way she feels about herself, any type of criticism, anything that is going to sharpen her, she's not ready to receive.
Yeah. And that's because of what has happened to her. See, what have happened to you is so much ridicule have happened and so much criticism have happened. So it's hard for you now to digest anything. Wow. And that means that now you have to come to a place to love yourself without anybody else having to do with it. Because that's what happens. Once you don't love yourself. And I'll talk about my journey a little personally as the Lord allows me. But once you feel like nothing, gumshoe, because I've been through that. Like I felt, and that was before I met this wonderful lady that is now getting ready to be my wife. It was a point where I felt like nothing. I felt like gumshoe. The person did not, I felt like they, no, I ain't felt like they didn't care what happened, whatever. And I got myself up out of that pit by start working out and getting myself together. So now what I done to escape all the hurt, all the shame, all the stuff that had me in this such a dark place now has become a part of my life because that's what I use. And I'm saying this to this young lady, you got to love you. Right. You got to get back to a place to love you without anybody having to do with it. I do what I do because I love me and because I want to be here. But I do what I do first because first you got to love you because if you don't love you, you are not in shape to love anybody else.
Wow. And that's true. And I thank God for just allowing the healing to come so that I can be receptive of the love that I know that we both deserve to give each other. You know what I mean? This young lady just went to time. She kind of pissed me off, but I'm just out of. She said, Jameliah, you need to let him take the lead You need to let him take the lead.
What's he talking about?
I don't know. Check her.
What you talking about? You don't see how we switch this up? We like Run DMC, Jam Master Jay. Right. She might be Church of God in Christ or something. You got a lily pad on. She probably got one of them.
You know what? They gonna throw us out the neighborhood.
She probably got a lily pad
Yeah.
on. Let me tell you something.
Oh,
I
Lord.
leave my house.
Yes, sir.
Boy, I'm the leader of my house, boy.
Praise
Don't
God.
y'all know what you thinking or what you might think.
Hallelujah.
But I leave my house.
I think sometimes people don't understand that I think they look at us and they think that no, this is very real. I'm very humble.
Yeah.
And I'm honored to humble myself under this man called husband.
Don't mistake anointing. Don't
yeah.
mistake anointing for a relationship.
Yeah.
She's highly anointed.
Right. And he's
She
highly
breathes
anointed.
fire.
That's right.
And
he
God
breathes
has her
fire.
in the lane.
Yeah.
But she is my wife.
Yeah.
And I lead.
That's right.
She is a woman of wisdom. She gives me a lot of advice, but
Yeah.
I still lead.
That's right. And I humble.
So we
to his
don't have to
leadership.
do that. So
Exactly.
and I wasn't trying to be offensive. I'm funny like that, so I hope you don't.
They'll be all right.
But you're gonna take that lily pad off. You get,
They'll be all right. I promise you. I think people are gonna see that.
that's how that thing was looking on your head.
No, remember when we was in Atlanta and I looked straight. I looked straight. I know, but that's a good
But you
example.
spoke to that lady. What you had said?
I
You said
praise,
you said about praise God. We was in praise God.
She
It's
did.
not funny, but it's funny.
Yes,
she
she
like had
did.
this
She came
long skirt
outside
on with the
with
tennis
a prayer
shoes,
cap.
with the thick stockings on. And,
The opaque kind, the real thick
she's-
kind that you can breathe.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you know what? I think it's funny because a lot of people, people who know us personally, you see that this is, I don't have to say it, it's real. But I think sometimes people misconstrue because, we both are pastors. He's been in ministry just as long as I have. But the leadership comes because of the submission. And the submission comes because I allow him to correct me.
Yeah.
Because I love him enough to respect him. Whatever he says, I say, okay, Fred, whatever you say. I say it all the time. Whatever you say, Fred. I think sometimes people have to understand if you just...
That could be a trap, man. You better watch it.
What?
If they say, okay, whatever you say, you better make sure you're right.
Right, because if you're wrong, what happens if you're
Because
wrong?
if you're wrong, you're going to come back and tell you you're wrong.
Do I come back and tell you wrong? I just go, mm-hmm.
That's what you do. You
I
say,
just,
mm-hmm.
That's it. Anyway, we got to get out of here. Again, we thank you for all of the wonderful...
All the gifts, all the wishes.
all the
all the
congratulations,
prayers.
and thank you.
We got a lot of y'all that we,
2,000
and we feel it.
people.
We
Thank
got
you.
a lot of y'all that pray for us.
And we have a lot of people who genuinely are
and genuinely
happy
love
for
us. Some
And-
people did videos and
Yeah.
they inboxed us with videos.
Right.
Now, don't y'all do that because we can't look through all them videos.
Right,
now.
right,
But we
right.
do thank God for the people that did put videos in there. We saw them. We love them. We thank you. We
Right.
appreciate you.
Right.
This is a God thing.
It is.
We are God's man and God's woman.
That's
the
right.
Lord has brought us together.
Right.
And both of us have had some traumatic experiences, but we thank God for what He's doing now.
Because he is a what? Rewarder.
Oh, you gonna give him that?
No, I'm talking to you.
I know, but I don't want to. We didn't want to say it.
He's a rewarder.
He's a rewarder.
That's
We'll
all
just
we
say
gonna
we're gonna say he's a
We're gonna say
rewarder.
it like that. Y'all stay tuned. We got a lot that we're going to show you guys. In
And
the
man, y'all
future.
take that correction. Y'all take look here. This the trouble. Now, I'm gonna go after this. I promise. When she stopped talking, you're in trouble.
When she stopped talking, well, I'm gonna talk my head off. I love you.
I love you, baby.
Ask me again.
Will you marry me?
Yes, I will.
She said yes.
Love y'all. Bye bye.